So setup wise, I like the way you still sound the golf ball now. There's a nice sort of structure both front on and down the line. There's a lot less dipping from down the line, okay? For me, though, we discussed a lot about that wrist movement, okay? I think that's a good practice thought, but not a good practice feeling or swing in the shot itself. You have feelings in the swing rather than overly analysing movements bit by bit. You can see in this left-hand one now, the club goes back. The first move now is almost like it's going out there and your brain's like, holy moly, I've got to start getting that club behind me. And then you, even when you come back here now, you then get flat, get to the top of the backswing. When you come back to golf, you've got no idea where that club is. You're trying to steepen the club as you come back down. It's just, where is he? So when you come back to here now, you're getting all the different strikes, heel and toe and bottom and so on and so forth. So trying to get the sensation that this side of the body as a feeling on the golf course has got to work. So your body's moving away here. And you can see when you do that now, the club actually works back. Club's not whipping inside that much, yeah? You're not really using your wrist that much, but the club's kind of working back nicely. Your body's moving, the hands, everything's working on a nice arc here. As we get to here now, the club's actually probably a little bit steeper than it was on the one on the left-hand side, but you're trying to steepen it, yeah? So as you get to the top of the backswing here now, it's a goodish position. Club is on this part, I would say, a smidgen open.
Yep.
Now, there was a slight issue, and I guess on a massive change at grip position on the front side, it was a little bit on the weaker side. It wasn't bad, but that would encourage that to get that fade. If you start getting, and only really if you start getting good strikes that just keep going off to the right there, just be mindful of where your left-hand grip is. Something gets a bit on the weaker. It's fine because you're hitting left and right both ways, but that club is a little bit open for it. But otherwise, top of the backswing here now, a lot less. There's almost like a little trigger to there, but then you sort of stay there. So now you're unwinding nicely because you know where the club was a bit more. We could find the middle part of the golf club, hit the middle part of the screen, and a nice, decent balance. I think your balance overall in general is looking much better. There's a lot less sort of like, we had one where you did tip forward, but you kind of went, oh, yeah, I know I did that wrong, okay? But yeah, just think the body has to work better. We've got to move the body more efficiently rather than getting the hands to it. This is more of your practice kind of feeling at home to try and get the club to be as physically upright as you could. Well, if you're doing that hinge there, we'd expect the club in a drill to be kind of like that. Yeah. So do that as practice swings away from the golf course or away from the range or whatever. But then when you come to the golf course, him have to move, and that's your feeling, yeah?
Yep.
So you become more aware of where the club is. You're not trying to go, hang on, the club, where the hell is that got? And then you're playing blind golf, as I said. So
cool.
Okay, mate, does that make sense then?
Yeah, bro.
Good stuff. No, very good.